but understand that lip liners are very important. How are you guys? Rich Rising. It's very early. It's really early today. Right now, it's 7 a.m. I've been up since 5. I woke up early today. Oh my gosh, can we please clock that though? People literally think that hard work has to mean that you're on drugs. People think that like taking the extra mile to, be on time, wake up early, you have to be on drugs. No, babe. I'm a superstar. I'm working hard. Working hard, looking good, okay? So today I wanted to get up here and talk about isolation, because isolation equals transmutation. Now there's a huge period of isolation going on for a lot of people. People are being forced to be by themselves, work on themselves, and go within. People are being forced to do that, whether you just feel like right now is not the time for you to be around people. There's a lot going on. It can be because of work, whatever the case may be. People are going within. And I think one of the number one things that even I used to do in the past was when it was time for this isolation period, I would get like so psyched out, like just freaked out about like being by myself, like, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, how did I go from all these different energies around me to just like sitting by myself? Like it's a weird feeling, you know what I'm saying? Especially for someone like me who's a social butterfly. It's like, oh my God, where's everybody? You know what I mean? But it's like the most crucial time, you know what I'm saying? Because you can't get anything done if you're constantly around people. You know what I mean? If you're constantly available for people, and it's something that even I'm still working on. Like sometimes it's hard. It's easy for me to like ignore people that I'm not really that close with and stuff. Like I don't owe you a text message. But when it comes to people like in my life, like my friends or just like, especially when I don't have time for people, they tend to like blow me up, and then it's really hard to like avoid people. But I'm learning that, like if they're really my friends or they're really my family, whatever the case may be, they're still going to be there when my isolation period is over. Because, and this is something that I talked about with somebody else, is that your friends don't care. Your friends don't care that you have school. Your friends don't care about your bills. A lot of people just don't care. And that's why isolation is so important, because like people will mess up your schedule, distract you from goals, avoid work that you need to do within yourself, moments of silence that you need to sit in, thoughts that you need to process, energy that you need to what's the word? You need to transmute it. You need to interpret everything that you've kind of been around. Yes, like a job, exactly. Thank you. Yeah, and I just remember going through periods where like that was really hard for me. It was really hard for me to isolate myself and gear away from people. And then like even in moments where I did it wrong. Like where instead of just fully ghosting, I gave people the opportunity to attack me at like such a harvesting moment for my energy. Like it was a time for me to harvest my energy. It was a time for me to go within, and me giving people access to me is what distracted me and kept me vulnerable. Because I remember times where like, say if I didn't want to be someone's friend or they did something to me, I'd be like, bitch, excuse my language, you got me, I can't be cool with you. I don't know what you got going on, but that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing I know, there's like drama and this, that, they're popping up to my house. And it'd be like, where did this come from for me not wanting to be your friend? That's why that isolation period, that I like, sometimes we go through things with people and we're like, why is this even happening? Because you avoided an entire isolation period, a period of transmutation, a period of self-reflection, where if you would have took that time, you probably would have removed that person from your life anyway. You know what I'm saying? And this is another thing that I'm going through, because as you transmute, as you level up, you're going to start to realize what friends actually are. And I truly believe like friends are one of those things where it's like, keep them while you got them. I believe like if you have a friend who's like family to you, you expect to hold on to them. You know what I mean? But when you just have friends, expect them to be there for seasons in your life. You know what I mean? I'm learning that too, where like a lot of people have an issue with me and my cutoff game. I just remove people from my life whenever I feel like it's necessary. I don't like really giving explanations anymore. As I said, that starts a drama. But which clearly also means I'm not the problem. If I remove you from my life and you start tweaking out, when people remove themselves from my lives and they're bad for me, I don't tweak. You know what I'm saying? I just go on. You feel me? But, people tweak out when they lose all of this. Okay? But I'm learning that I don't have to be apologetic for removing people out of my life. I don't have to be apologetic for being comfortable being by myself. I don't have to be apologetic for taking my growth very personal and very serious, for taking my life very personal and very serious. I don't need to apologize for that. That's not something that if they were truly a friend for me that I would have to apologize for. You know what I'm saying? Because I catch myself, feeling like grieving me about to go into the next phase of my life, me letting people go. Because, you might be good for this phase of my life, but I'm constantly evolving. People move a lot more slower than me. So it's like, it's not that I don't care about people. It's just I care about myself so much. And I see that people are their own downfall and own destruction. Like, if you choose to self-destruct, I don't want you in my life. That's crazy. Like, seriously, like what would a billionaire want to be friends with someone who has a drinking problem and anger problems, and that's their daily life? Nobody wants to like be around that. You know what I'm saying? And this is not me talking about anyone specific at all. It's just like me pointing out things that I have seen like growing up and within my life. And I'm learning like it's okay to isolate yourself. It's okay to be by yourself. That's like some of the best work you can do. Times where and it's crazy because I realize like times where I isolate myself when I'm so busy and stuff, that's like my best moments. The moment when I feel like it's okay to have like so much energy around me is when I have to go back into isolation. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, oh no, that's not it. You know what I'm saying? So that isolation period, like I said, I take it very personal. It's a really divine time for me to recollect myself and reclaim my throne and make it stronger than it was before. I love. And sometimes it's a hard process for me. And I'm sure it's a hard process for anybody. It's a hard process for me of constantly letting go of people in my life. Because that's like one of the major things that you're going to end up doing when you quantum leap. Because if you're leaping different timelines that fast, you're gonna, it's a dark energy. And that's why darkness is good, because darkness is all within its source. You know what I'm saying? So you're able to work through mindsets, stigmas, traumas, so that you can evolve. And as you evolve, you will have to let go of things, because things that were with you in one timeline are not going to align in the next timeline. And it's like a grieving process that you have to put yourself through, because you're going to have friends who are like, why aren't you talking to me anymore? You timeline leap. That's it. You're leaping timelines. They got to go. They got to go. It's no shade at all. There's a lot of people right now who are like, why don't she want to sit with me? I gotta go. I gotta go. Like, I'm a very observant person. I observe people very well. But if I feel as though your energy is a little bit too chaotic and you're not self-aware of that, I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't bring destructive energy into our new life that we're creating, into our new reality that we're creating. Is in case you guys haven't noticed about this channel, that's all we're talking about. How to create your own reality, how to go within yourself, create your own world so that you can get what you want. And I can't get what I want if I'm a happy person and you're a miserable person. I can't get what I want if I know what I'm doing in my life. I'm not lost. I have a sense of direction and you have none. All of this energy can confuse me. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's better to just be with energy that you align with. That's why I'm heavy on like, don't chase a track, because when you start chasing things, you start forcing energy that you're not actually aligned with. All right, hold on, y'all. I gotta get my marijuana in my car. But yeah, I've been coming to this realization. If my phone starts tweaking, it's because I gotta go to my car real quick. We got it. Oh my gosh. This is like that morning air, like, so I'm in school again, y'all, and this is definitely that morning air that, like, I'm like, wait a minute, this is really school time, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know a lot of people right now are doing inner work. They're doing work in general, whether it's business work. A lot of people are focusing right now. I don't know what's up with the energy shift in the air. I think we're all picking up on it. But I think the biggest thing that we know right now is that it's really important to harvest energy, transmute energy, harvest our own energy. We're not just like frivolously giving our energy out in moments like these. It's a very chaotic time. And at first I'm like, yo, is it just, and that's why I had to isolate myself too. Cause I'm like, yo, like, is it just the people that I'm around? Because, you know, during times like these, people start to panic. You know what I'm saying? People start to panic, like inflation. When a system is being destroyed like this from the inside out, it panics people. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn, like, is it just the energy of everyone else around me? No, this is real. It's really happening. Even in my city, people keep on hurting each other and killing each other. I mean, killing each other. There's a weird energy, and it's a time for, this is why isolation and harvesting is it right now, especially if you're black. Go to work, go home, go run your errands, go home, take care of business, go home. Keep things very simple. This is the time to keep things really simple, because I don't know what's going on right now, but the energy is too chaotic to like be outside mingling with certain energies. This is definitely a to yourself harvesting type of energy. Don't let whatever is going on right now utilize you. You utilize you for your own benefit. Don't let nobody else utilize you right now. Because I feel as though, which is so funny because this goes back into when I was talking about the whole Caribbean parade and stuff, which I feel as though like people get so stuck on culture. And this is why I've been kind of taking a step back from culture and stuff like that, because I am the culture. I'm black. Are you dumb? But I think sometimes we need to evolve, and we be so stuck on culture in ways that we don't even realize how we can evolve into something so much better than what we're doing. You know what I mean? And this will happen with time, but I just think it's so funny how, like, after that really ritualistic thing happened during the Black Moon, the carnival, your energy was being utilized for things, well, not yours, but if you went, your energy was being utilized for things that you wasn't aware of. And then now all of a sudden, people were dying and killing each other. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I be talking about when I say things are very, the synchronicities are there, and they're not to be taken lightly. And when it comes to where you put your energy and what you do with it, you want to be very aware. You know what I mean? Because you don't, like, here's the thing. When celebrities do it, they're probably doing it differently than me. I'm harvesting energy for myself so that I can complete my soul's mission. My soul's mission benefit everybody. Not everyone who's harvesting your energy is trying to benefit you. And you can see that in moments when right after a ritualistic carnival parade, whatever you want to call it, people are dropping like flies, people are becoming violent, people are picking up weapons. And we don't even like, why? Why is all this happening at once? You know what I'm saying? We don't know. We don't know. I know. And that's why I'm really, really wary of what I give my energy to. And for Black people especially, it's definitely a time to be resting, going home, mind your business. Because right now, anything that we do, they're going to use it against us. So don't be making a fool of yourself, acting stupid, like you want to go to jail or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely far from the time for that. But, yeah, I'm not going to stay up on here long because I don't really have much to elaborate on that. Just take your isolation serious, do the inner work. Some things I like to do during my isolation period is, of course, listen to my YouTube videos. That's really helpful. That's a great time for you to like manifest and code and decode. Hi, Iris. That's a nice name. I mess with a girl with that name. But, But yeah, so watching my YouTube videos, reading books, read books, read books, read books, read books, read books, okay? Binaural beats, mantras, and don't forget that time travel is within your mind. So whenever you're having this isolation period for, time travel to that space, to that time zone, whether you want to time travel to a time where you're super happy or you want to time travel to a time where you have your brand new car. Time travel in your mind so that it becomes faster. And my biggest piece of advice is stay in the dark right now. The dark is going to be your friend, especially if you're Black. Even if you're not Black, you can't penetrate the darkness, but just acknowledging who and what the truth is will allow you to manifest better. So what's the other things? Reading is so important. Studying, focusing on your goals right now is super important. Like whatever you need to study for, whatever you need to prepare for. This is that time to be organized. It's a selfish period right now. We have to be selfish. And I honestly appreciate everyone who's on my channel who actually appreciates my message, because I might not be the nicest person on earth, but I am probably one of the kindest people that you will come across. I don't withhold information. I don't I don't give out false information. I don't feel like there's a lack of resources. So I'm a very like, when it comes to information and resources, I like to give it out. You know what I mean? So I really appreciate if you understand the bigger picture, because we could focus on the minuscule stupid things all day, but there's a bigger picture to all of this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't get paid to come up here and give out any information on alchemy, on history. I don't get paid for this. So this is genuine. This is coming from a genuine place. This is coming from me relating to people and me seeing me in people and me knowing that if I can do it, other people can do it. You know what I'm saying? That's where all of this comes from. This doesn't come from, I'm not looking for any like, I don't get up here. I'm not looking for much, but you know, like the video, comment, subscribe, and let's go through this knowledge together. You know what I mean? Because we're living in a period where people are either going to give you the knowledge and the information or they're going to gatekeep it. And people who are gatekeeping right now, gatekeepers are the worst type of people. Gatekeepers are the worst type of people. I don't care. Unless you're gatekeeping something for you, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people gatekeep things because they feel like there's a lack of resources. There's not enough, so they can't give it out. There's more than enough for all of us to go around. So that's why I get up on here and do this. One of the main videos that I want you guys to watch right now is letting go of life stigmas. I was just talking about that video. This is going to be really important for that isolation period. You're going to have to let go of those stigmas. You thought it was going to be this. You thought it was going to be that. It is not going to be that. And secondly, decoding and coding to manifest. You're going to have to find the real meaning behind things. So my YouTube videos like decoding and coding is going to help you with your manifestation, rewind your brain so that you can time travel and quantum leap to where you want. And then the let go of life stigmas is going to allow you to not feel heavy doing this work, because there's going to be so many stigmas that you're going to feel like you need to live up to that you really don't. So those are like my biggest recommendations of videos that I have right now for you to watch. And of course, how to create your own reality. This is Ani's World. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much for like supporting my channel, listening to my message. You always know it's only going up from here. Anybody who's been watching me for some time knows that I don't play when it comes to my life. And I'm really changing my life, okay?